We're here?
We on? Yes, sir.
And we're here. It's Tragic to the Game. You already know this is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay, but you can call me Jordan. I'm here with...
You know, his girl's favorite voice, Big Ditch. Nigga with the Midas touch.
I have a new intro. Second most light skin on the podcast. I can deadlift your uncle, your granny, your auntie. Did you see my deadlift video?
A bit.
Did you see my deadlift video? Did nobody see my deadlift video? No.
I saw it. Like,
but they want to play. They want to play.
I know the lesson. I didn't think it was intro impressive.
Gas me, please. Someone gas me. Come
I
on.
didn't know if it was gas worthy. Do you know?
Boys, that's better.
Can you deadlift 170 then?
That's better.
Snow, ask them. Snow, ask them.
Wait.
Can you deadlift 170? What? Can you deadlift 170?
Probably.
You probably can.
I probably
You probably can.
Can you deadlift 200 though?
Honestly, if I put my mind to it, probably could. And if I was trained as long as you have. If I was trained as long as you
Then
have.
he's crying about his back on the podcast. Okay,
Oh, so you're the Tommy on this
Okay,
podcast.
No, I've been coming one time crying about my back.
I said then you're going to be crying about your back.
I won't.
Anyways,
Tommy's
what's up,
always
who's here?
saying
Who's
his
here
back
today?
is
Who's with us
broken.
today?
Man, I'm just Snowden, bro. Snow.
Jeez.
I was Snowden.
You know what? I love you guys' intro.
What?
Like, what you... Uncle Jordan.
We never get through this intro clean.
No, never.
I just say Snow, but I want to have an intro.
Bro, just gas yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just say your socials.
Nah, fuck that.
Nah,
That's
nah,
dead,
nah,
man. Like, I'm now, what I'm going to do is just manifest. Just shit that I want to do.
I'm
Just
David,
say-
second most light skin on the pod.
Nigga, you're the first most light skin on this podcast.
Says who, bro?
I said your skin.
Hey, bro, said DNA. Wait, lads.
Light skin is a mindset, though. Trust me.
Okay, before we get into anything,
Yeah.
I just have one question, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, she's a 10, yeah?
All right.
But she's always in the shade room comments. What is she?
It's embarrassed. Ooh.
She's a failure now. She's a failure now. Imagine your
She
babe
needs
is
to
always
touch
one of the
grass.
comments in the
Why don't you
shade.
just fight it? Unless
She's having beef in shade room comments.
only acceptable if you're ZZ Mills and you actually get paid for it.
True.
That's when it's acceptable.
She's not.
No, I think I'll cringe more for someone in the comments like, I know that's right or something like that. Like, what? No, please.
She's in the
please.
comments.
At least fight. Nah, she uses hashtag still.
Nah, yeah, no, but yeah, what's called? Yeah, she's like a solid 9, but she's in shade room comments.
Yeah, no.
Beefing.
Nah. We're too old for that.
No, you're annoying.
But what is she now?
You're annoying, but touch grass. Go outside, please.
Yeah,
Like honestly.
if I saw any of your girl, I'm just gonna be like, screenshot, and I'm like, isn't that bitch?
Is this your babes?
You know them ones, you have to make a fake Instagram. Nah, this is her Instagram, bro.
One follow one.
You know them ones, I'll report the page.
Remember when they used to do Curious Cat? Some guy said he tells his girlfriend she's fat.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I might make a burner account. Just go, shut up, you bitch. I'll do anything for her to be quiet in the shade room comments or the shade bird comments.
You can't be in any comments. You can't be
You can't,
in
no.
comments.
Yeah,
Making commentary.
We're past
in
that
comments.
stage. Like
What would you do if your babe was on football Twitter?
football.
Like,
I do.
She's a 10, but she's on football Twitter saying
Boy, she's giving good takes.
she's
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah,
Is she spitting?
Is she spitting? Because it can be attractive.
she's doing the Messi Ronaldo arguments in the comments.
What's she saying, though?
Now you can run.
She's saying she's just saying no. She's doing ratio.
No, you know what she's saying? she's saying Ruben Loftus-Cheek is the best footballer ever. That's what she's
Because
saying.
he looks good.
That guy is
I'm a
fine.
Chelsea guy. I'm a
I
Chelsea
hear.
guy.
I say, yeah, he is the best looking guy. Go for him.
How thirsty can your girl get on the timeline, though?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Damn.
You've been watching Love Island, yeah?
Yeah.
So, like, I might say, like, oh, Paige is pretty or India's pretty on the timeline. Is that out of bounds?
Actually, it's not.
So if she says
It's not. It's if you start adding emojis and stuff like the. You can't be doing that.
No,
You can't be drilling on the timeline.
no, wait. Even worse than that. What's called? You know when like one of these celebrities, their dick pics or something drop, and then she's doing.
Wait. Run that back.
Abomination.
You know, like when like the Game or Tiger or one of them like they drop a dick pic or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy knows them.
That's I don't know the usual subtext.
Or Persian emoji.
Yeah,
The love heart.
and then she's doing the, you know the what's called what's that the sweat emoji.
No, the square.
That can't work.
No, yeah, you got block her.
Well, like, in
got
love,
blocker.
like they're saying, you can be thirsty. You can be respectful. If she says maybe like, oh, Adam Collar's a good looking guy, I don't think that's out of bounds.
No, you can run that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But if she's
A good-looking guy though, don't say he's sexy.
what's the difference?
Sexy.
What if she said Adam
That's
Cole?
too personal.
If I speak Adam Collard, if I speak on Adam Collard, what would you do? Because sometimes I do the if I speak because I'm insinuating something, but I don't want her
But you didn't say
to
anything.
think. Yeah,
But
Leave it to the
Case.
imagination.
the thing is, we know what if I speak means.
yeah.
That means you will. That's why if I speak to you, you will damage her.
Andrew says, I want to ruin her.
Yeah.
That's what he said, bro. That's what he said.
That guy's a nick, man.
Can't run. That can't run, man.
Dude, you weren't here last week, so you gotta tell us what you charged to the game for the week.
Oh, bro, man. So many tis, man. First of all, just overtime, actually. Overtime. I've been in crazy overtime recently. Like, bro, it's like I'm literally putting in like 12-hour shifts, 13-hour shifts. Like, it's not the fucking one. So yeah, fuck that. I'm charging that shit to the game. There's something else. I can't remember what it is right now, but that bitch gonna come back to me, and I'm going to speak about it. But yeah,
I actually have a question.
Okay.
At what stage, I need you guys' honest opinion on this. At what stage should I tell my wife to stop going on girls trip?
never.
Never.
Why would you tell her to stop
Because
going?
Andrew Tate says, as a man,
This nigga.
when you start funding the trip, then you can have a say in it. Then you can dictate whether she goes on the trip or
Man
not.
said, once you say Andrew Tate, you've lost me.
You know them ones.
also, how raunchy can her picks beef before I get mad?
Like when she's out on
When she's
holidays,
on, holidays with her girls.
I let her enjoy her life, man.
Nah,
My girl's on a girls trip right now.
Yeah.
Let her live her life, man.
As long as I'm not seeing nipple, you can run that.
Yeah, but like Deji, she needs to empower herself.
Okay, empower yourself.
Empower yourself.
She needs to empower herself.
Empower yourself in my DMs.
Yeah, but she's
Send them bitches to
she's
me.
a sexually liberated woman. She needs
And that's
to,
cool.
Yeah,
and that's cool. Just sexually liberate yourself in my DMs and leave it there.
I think the thing is, you'll know that you won't get her to that stage with a girl if that's how she like. So you'll know yourself. You'll know if she's about free the nipple.
Oh yeah,
You'll know it's not for you. If it's not for you, you'll know before from early. You'll know that if my girl goes on holiday, she's not gonna free the nipple because that's something you. If someone's like a liberal or sexually or just in life, they're like free this. That's like part of their personality or identity to an extent. So I think it won't get to a stage where you're marrying and they're going on a girls trip and their tits are out if you didn't know from the beginning. If you knew from the beginning, then you have to.
It's
sit.
on
Bro,
you.
chop your breakfast. If she's been like that since you met her, why do you think you're gonna change her?
Do you think girls can evolve though? Like where? Whoa! Do not clip that! Do not clip that! Hey! Do not clip that! No! I mean,
Animal kingdom.
I mean, do you think like? Do you think they may not initially be that person when you first met them, but then they kind of like
They grow into.
they
themselves.
grow? Yeah. That's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Please.
Okay, wait. It depends. Like, was she fat before and not fat now? So now she's like, before she was all insecure about her body, but now she's looking good. You know.
She didn't even have to be. She just gets more comfortable in her own skin.
And she realizes, did you know, like, especially, like, we grew up African people, Did she realizes, like, the way she was just due to how her parents teaching her and it's teaching. Now she's grown up and she's, like, against all this teaching.
I have a good example. Say she grew up as a pastor's kid now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very put together, very like this. No skin showing, just her feet. You can just see her face.
Like
no
that.
hands,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
nothing. Now she's moved from you know them girls that moved from the Midlands to Dublin.
Yeah.
Now they
This
know.
sounds very specific.
This
Yeah.
is geography.
I know what you're talking
Many
about.
examples,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna name names.
Like who?
He said, if I speak,
Move to Dublin City now. They're living on campus.
Okay.
They have no curfew anymore. They don't have to go to church on Sundays anymore.
Just say her name, bro.
Man, if I say names, I'll be saying many names.
Okay,
And they now start going clubbing and stuff. They now start seeing guys. They now start seeing what guys can provide for them. They now start opening up a bit.
I actually knew a guy. I actually knew a guy who was dating a girl from Mid Islands. Came to the big city.
Big Apple.
Then she blew up. She left the guy, and she was like going clubbing, more wearing less. That thing that Drake says. This guy's crying to me, saying, "I found her first," as if she was like one prodigy in the youth. And when I found her, she was dressing like this, she was wearing like this. Because some people just suppress themselves.
Yeah.
So you find that person, you think this is.
You let them loose.
And in a sense, you're complicit to it. You contributed to it because like they got more comfortable around you, So then they just got more comfortable in society.
Nah, you're not gonna blame me for that.
Come on, man.
They just got free.
man.
They just got free.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
to be honest, like for me personally, I'm very like I'm cool with you doing whatever you want. Like obviously, you don't be fucking showing your titties on like Twitter and shit like that. But like you throw a little thirsty picture out there. But what I don't like is those girls like they're strap all the time. Yeah, no, that's not for me.
Because then it loses the value. Because I actually think this conversation was
It loses value.
If you do something all the time.
Wait, what loses value?
The girl.
No. The content loses value.
Yo, Snow, that side over there is sounding very agitated. I'm not gonna lie to you. First
girls involved. They lose value.
Not the girls.
Like the cryptocurrency,
I don't
Up and down.
Volatile market.
I know it sounds not the girls.
Not everyone can do podcasts, man.
Every content loses value with saturation. It's happening with Marvel right now. They're just giving us so much content that we don't care even to watch anymore. Did you guys did you watch Thor?
I was never a Marvel fan.
no.
I was
You were never a
told.
Marvel fan?
Nah.
I find that weird, man.
It's too fictional for me. I live in the real world.
That's why you watch it, to escape from the real. What movies you watch? What type of movies? Nollywood.
Nah.
Stop that.
Some of them are cold though.
I haven't watched some of them. No, they're cool. I used to watch with my mom. I haven't watched.
I'm not really a movies guy. I'm more of a show guy.
Top 3 shows for you.
Top 3 each. 24.
Yes.
Prison Break.
It's a great guy.
Breaking Bad, please.
Breaking Bad is overrated.
And Vikings for me.
Wait.
Vikings.
First of all, I just have one thing to say. Yeah, you can't talk about you're living in reality, but one of your top shows is 24. The amount of shit that happens in 24 hours.
You're right. No, you're right. I hold my hands up. You're right. That show was fake as shit. But it was engaging.
Yeah.
I've watched it like 3 times now.
That's what I was about to say. It's like because they tell you the exact same story for 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Terrorists are about to attack America. And you're like, how is Jack Bauer going to deal with them now? Terrorists from Africa, Russia. The concept is the same. How they squeezed out 8 seasons out of that, I don't know. But I guess that's the advantage with linear TV. It's what's in front of you. If you just put it on Netflix now, nobody's watching that shit.
Yeah, no one's watching it.
I'm about to get what? He's like 5'8" as well.
Yeah.
Women must
and it
definitely
doesn't
think
look
that's
like
science
someone that
fiction,
can
man.
beat 10 man up.
Yeah.
But he does it.
Then some of the times when he was being tortured, I was like, this guy's just not human. There's some of the things you go through, you lose. Like his daughter could die there, and he'll go save America. I was like, this guy is just
For the good of the country.
At what point do you live long enough to be a villain? Go kill somebody, bro.
At the end, he didn't have love. He died alone. That was a great show as well.
We always do this shit, bro. What are you man charging to the game?
Oh, we always deviate. Yeah. I'm gonna let you take it away.
We didn't even do admin, no nothing.
We'll do that.
We did, yeah.
Actually, what am I charging to the game this week? Why did I charge to the game? I actually have no charge to the game because we were recording on Monday. That's
What's your point?
the
Be professional, nigga.
week has been elite. The week has been.
This guy said he has nothing to charge to the game, bro. The recording.
Wait.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's why I said take it away. I said it.
Yeah. This content thing is not for me, bro.
We're keeping them on
I'm like you.
socials.
They should just leave me on the TikTok.
Yeah.
Leave me on my phone. Let me edit and leave it at that. So we came here to record on like previously just earlier this week, and Dave was told an elite story about how he lost his virginity, and he told the girl to go get the condom from her dad's drawer. He put the condom on.
Hold up.
I have questions as well, to be honest.
Hold up.
Sure, I can do Q&A.
You told the girl to go get the condom from your dad's drawer.
That was the first mad part.
Heard that's true.
Yeah.
From her dad's drawer.
So
That's even worse.
And then he put the condom on, and he says, "Geez, how big is your dad?" And I didn't. Only when the episode ended, yeah. Do you know when you're recording? You do a podcast, yeah. And in the moment, you realize some things are just slapping, yeah. So in that moment, I'm like, "There's people have to hear about this," because I know people would rather watch TikTok than probably listen to you for 1.5 hours before they get to the story. I finished recording. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm like, look, we've got some content here.
I don't wonder why you said,
I'm the TikTok guy. I'm about to make us pop. This is it. We're about to get all the sponsors now. I go look at my phone.
Manscaped, come true.
My phone is locked. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? It's like, I'm like, maybe it locked, but it was still recording. I'm trying to convince myself. I'm like, maybe it locked.
Yeah.
But it's still recording in the back. I unlock it and it says memory full. 0 content, 0 clips. So I got to charge out to the game because that Monday, I fought with a cyclist. I told you about this. I fought with a cyclist, forgot my laptop bag at home. I pulled up here after driving like 40 minutes and no content, no recording happened for me, boy. So charge it down to the game.
I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely my charge to the game as well. But like,
I'm charging that shit to the game too.
Yeah, bro. But like, it shows how our mentality's changed now. Because we used to do recordings. So I was saying this to Jordan in the car, and we used to do recordings, and we're like, oh, if the audio sounds good, we'll just put that out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Even record the Spotify fucking recording and then put that out. Yeah. Now it's like our head goes, this needs to be visualized. It needs to be out on TikTok. And then we're just like, fuck, man. Like,
because TikTok is fake, man.
It's fake.
Have you seen that too?
Have
you seen that too?
I don't get it.
The shift, yeah.
It's so fake. When we went on TikTok, it was slow. And then it got to a point where it would just, blow up. Videos were getting over 100K view every single video. Then it just died down again for a bit. Then it blows up again. Like the algorithm on TikTok is absolutely insane. Doesn't make sense at all.
Like if you be on TikTok and accidentally like something, that shit's popping up on your page.
Yeah.
I just have football content, man, and I hate football.
Nah, God forbid I say, I might watch Stranger Things. It's kind of cold. I just get Stranger Things for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, they listen to you on your phone, man. Come on.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, we run that.
CIA agent has
What are you charged to the game this week?
You know. Oh yeah. You know people that go shopping, and their trolley is full, and you're behind them, but you only have one item.
Yes.
Bro. Yes. You only have one item.
I know what you're talking about.
But they don't let you in front of them.
Dickheads.
Why?
Dickheads.
I was in Iceland today, yeah. This person didn't have one. She had 2 trolleys. Full to the brim. I had like 4 or 5 items with me. Because I had to get toothpaste, I had to get toothbrush and just
adult things.
Personal hygiene stuff, yeah. Like, condoms. Sorry, can I go in front of you? I just have this.
You say condoms?
No. Let me continue.
I ain't get condoms.
Hygiene stuff. Continue.
In Iceland.
Who uses those?
Your shit will freeze.
What are the condoms called in Iceland? They're probably called.
What condoms from Iceland?
No, I said what are they probably called in Iceland?
Okay.
Probably called Burex.
David's just shooting today. David's shooting the football.
Anyways, I asked her, can I go in front of you? She gave me one dirty look. No, you can't, man. Wait your turn. I was like,
what? You actually asked her and she said no.
She said, no, you can't. She had 2 kids. I wanted to punch her kid, man. Because the kid was looking at me. And you know them kids that just stare at you for no reason.
All snot on their nose and stuff.
Like, oh, fuck you. Them man, like, you have 2 trolleys. I have 5 items. And I just tap and go. I don't wait for my receipt. Tap and go. But you're going to be there. And when they get to the till, this is just one thing they do that pisses me off. They see that it's time to pay. But when it gets to the last item, they'll be saying, how much is that? And then they start ruining their purse.
Get your phone out.
Get your money out. Get your money out.
You see the cash in their hand, they're like, oh, I have a little plus actually. And they start rooting through again.
And then they say, wait, that's only 20 cents?
Yeah.
It'll be like 50-20 or something. Wait, that's only 20 cents. Actually, I'll get you just 20 cents. That one you got.
I the one that dropped the shoulder 3 times. She looked back at me. And like this. Look back at me. And look back at me again. I was just like, you see, I have 1 loaf of bread here. Like, just let me
go in front of you, man.
Yeah, no, that shit's annoying, bro. Like, be considerate.
Still, I see you guys have been rattling Ireland on your podcast. So
is it rattling or just people just crying?
Why are they crying? Because they're rattled. I didn't even know this thing. Like, that's how they're probably the influence that you guys probably don't know have now. Because I don't even know DJs. I don't even know who's a DJ and who's not a DJ. I don't know who exists. But the minute you guys labeled Jesse as the best DJ, conversation.
Stop crying. He is.
Based on what though? What makes it? I'm not outside.
It's our opinion.
Okay.
Opinions are not facts, but sometimes they are. Yeah. This time they're facts.
This is a fact. What makes it a fact? I don't know. I'm not outside.
Yeah.
I don't be outside like you mans be.
We're armchair.
I'm not even outside like that as well, bro. I'm not outside like that.
So how do you know the best DJ? Have you ever heard DJ eBay DJ?
I literally
that's
the first time I've ever heard
DJ eBay DJ.
Innit? This is the first time you ever heard of him.
First time I've ever heard about him.
Like I said on podcast, we've heard of DJ Ahmed. Did you heard of DJ?
Yeah,
I
heard of DJ WYHA.
Like if anybody is to get upset, it should be them, man. But why is this guy making a fuss, man? Like if you believe you're the best.
Okay. It's an opinion.
You're the best.
Yeah, this is the best podcast in the world, brother.
It's because
the
influence that you mans have now, in the Irish community, you sometimes when you praise one, it feels like you're taking away from the other.
Nah,
that's
but
how they
it's
feel.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
though.
that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, that's an insecurity.
Okay.
You should work on it.
Yeah,
because if niggas come out and say, "Oh, we're the best podcast in Ireland," I don't care.
Yeah.
Stay, do your thing, stay in your lane.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this. I think it's like, because I was thinking it's like, if the boy says they're the best podcast in Ireland, it's like, makes no difference. But sometimes it's like, people that do arty things, like sing, rap, and music, they love it from early, and it's like a part of their personality.
Yeah.
I started podcasting maybe 3-4 years ago. I discovered podcasting by complete accident. My missus tell me, you keep listening to Charlemagne interviews, why don't you just listen to his podcast? I was like, I'll listen to his podcast. I do this for the shits and giggles. But some people, it's their life. Like that guy, it's like his livelihood. The guy on Dongo's podcast is like his livelihood. Yeah. So when he feels like, when you're saying he's not the best,
and you know the funny
it's like
thing
a personal
is,
attack on him.
We didn't even mention his name. If we mention his name and said, "Oh, you're not good," I can understand if it comes out. But we didn't even mention your name to begin with.
It's a fact. It's a fact that you don't even know him. I think that's it's
incredible.
I can see what angle he was coming from though, because he's trying to categorize what makes him the best DJ, and it's like, yeah, like and don't get like Jesse's our boy too, like, do you know what I mean? So we could have our biases there, but I was trying to objectively look at it too. So it's kind of like he categorized it down to, you know, if you're versatile, you know, your availability, your visibility and stuff like that. And I get it. I think Jesse.
A bloody fuck.
They obviously
they obviously do. And me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
All we care about is your branding. Do we know who you are?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree with that part. But to say nobody gives up, this conversation started when? 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And it's been continuous.
Nah, it's been more than that.
Yeah. So it's clearly things that's like, it's bothering them. And it's like, I think Dongo said it to me. It's like, that always happened. It's when if you come out and you have the TikToks, the Insta, the platform to brand yourself, you have an advantage. Even if you might not necessarily, like those guys that started 15 years ago. Yeah. We didn't know them. We're not even clubbing 15 years ago. So when we're outside now, who's DJing for us? Jesse. Yeah. So for us, like, this DJ is always at events. He's sick. That's the best DJ in Ireland.
And honestly, if I go to 2-3 events that you know flop, you're the best. It really is that simple. Like, cause do you know how many times I've been, oh my god, I hate fucking going now, and I'm hearing the same song 20 times.
That was bro on the podcast.
That pisses me the fuck off. Or you know what as well pisses me off, bro? A DJ that the best part is coming. You know, like let's say the best part might be the second verse. Just start from the second verse.
Yeah, start from
Yeah, or they I don't know why they do this. It's like, you know, you have time, you know, and they'll be running through songs 20 seconds each. Bro, you know, if you let the song play longer, you could play less songs. Like it's just like shit like that.
Dongo was going crazy about Crank That, I remember on the podcast, and eBay was saying, oh yeah, but that's what the masses want to hear. That for me was a bit like, okay, that's we're not in the category anymore.
And I get what he's saying there, because if you're DJing to like the our counterparts, let's call it that, that's probably what they want to hear.
Yeah.
So play it, but don't play it in a black event.
Bro, if I hear smoke weed every day,
flow rider as well.
Bro, you're out of the competition. You're out of the running. Don't play smoke weed every day, bro.
So what makes a good DJ to you guys then?
If the transition to the next song,
when it's seamless, when it's when you don't need. Sometimes it takes you a second. You're like,
and if it's not too choppy as well, because some DJs their transition be too choppy.
And also, like, you have to keep me, like, when you're transitioning me from different vibes, you have to do it in a way that's gentle. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't go from a super hype song to like a super like low energy song just like that. Yeah. Like, you know, give us one in between, like smooth the ride for us. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think if you're a DJ in Ireland and you just have your ear to new music, you already have an edge, because a lot of the OG DJs are still doing that. They're still doing the Crank That's, and they're still doing fucking Macklemore or whatever like that. Even ABBA. Bro, if I hear ABBA, I'm actually throwing a glass. Like, I swear to God, like, I'm actually I hate ABBA. Like,
nah, but fair play to the conversation, like, obviously, because when you were watching it, you double down, and I don't know.
I'm a big fan of double down.
When I was watching it, I was like saying, like, sometimes he was making good points, but it's hard not to sound bitter when you're also a DJ. If you sat across from Dongo and you probably made some of the same points, because you have none to gain, you're not a DJ. People will be like, oh yeah, I can take this point on board. But as it, like, if I'm on this podcast and I'm talking about you man's podcast, and I'm like saying, them boys, they're all this and that, nobody's listening because they're saying he's just bitter.
Yeah.
Like he's
But
watching
you
the
don't,
boys
you
have
don't need to
success.
do that.
Yeah,
you don't
I know.
need to do that.
I agree.
Man was asking for awards from Black and Irish, man. What's this about? What's this about?
It's that thing.
He said, "I'm black. I'm Irish."
Remember that thing that Wiley had with Stormzy? When you feel like you've laid
That's
foundation,
exactly what it is.
you put the work
That's
in,
exactly
what
and
it
then
is.
you're seeing him perform at Glastonbury. Like
exactly
even if
what
it's a
it
small
is.
scale, just Black and Irish. That was their first award. They're not gonna get it completely perfect at the first time. The voting system, the nominee, it's the first time they've done it. So you have to give them a bit of like, look, they're gonna do a better
bit of
each year.
slack, like.
Yeah, but for him it was that same thing. It was like, I did it first. I put the work in. I'm DJing since it came since '99. So I'm DJing with Frank Jazz and all them, and nobody's mentioning me.
You see that you're DJing with Frank Jazz and all them.
Okay.
The thing is, who like once again, do we know you? But I know this sounds like I'm shooting the shot, but it's not even that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because if whoever's on the panel, if they don't know you,
they can't say you're the best.
Like if you're putting yourself in the conversation, like this isn't even particular about this dude, right? But if you're putting yourself in the likes of like, I've known who DJ Ahmed is for ages. I've known who DJ Wax is for ages.
Since secondary
I've
school
known
days.
I've
Wax,
known
Hamed, and Jazz.
Frank, like we know who these men are. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, when it comes to marketing, I think Ahmed is one of the coldest. Bro, with that, I didn't even know what that guy looked like until like 2 years ago.
The mask.
Do you get what I'm saying? And every time there was celebrities, you see him there with them.
Yeah.
Like at that point, I was like, he's the greatest. He must be. He has a picture with Nicki Minaj in like 10 years ago. He's greatest. Do you get what I mean?
I always say marketing. So sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't know how to sell yourself to people, and you don't know how to promote yourself,
If you're not in the right places,
if you're not in the right places, then forget it.
We figured out it's a large aspect, like visibility,
Networking,
Point yourself
just
out.
put
massive.
clips.
Like you can be the best, but if you don't know this person, you don't know that person. If you're not seen, if your name isn't being mentioned at the table, you're never gonna get anything.
I said this on the last podcast. I'm like, sometimes you need that, and you need a co-sign. You need to stand next to someone that people are like, wait, like you're saying, for example, wait, he's standing next to Nicki Minaj. He must be good if he's getting in the room with Nicki Minaj. But I found like that conversation, I found it hilarious because I can't really even speak on it. I'm not outside, so I don't even know what DJ is like.
It's all banter as well, man.
I know.
Yeah, like no.
You're making content.
Yeah.
And it gets a reaction. Like we know what you want.
Yeah. I think it's time. Yeah, we need to book a flight and we need to go Sesame Place and we need to fight those guys. Because have you not seen those videos of like the Sesame Street characters like just pieing off these little black kids?
Yeah.
No, genuinely,
Wait.
I couldn't watch the videos because I was getting pissed off.
Wait,
like,
what?
Okay, imagine going to Disneyland, and you're with your kid, and you see Mickey Mouse. You know, your kid is trying to get a hug from Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is going and hugging all the little white kids, and then your kid comes and just walks past your kid.
No, you have to punch him.
Nah, yeah.
That's them drop kicking Mickey Mouse.
Or you could tell your kids, like, see,
Yeah.
that's how.
But have you man not seen these videos?
I've
seen it.
Man,
That's mad.
they're so heartbreaking because it's like this little kid is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, who's on Sesame Street?
Why
Oh my God, Elmo.
Where are these videos from? Are they from 2022?
Yeah,
recent.
Yeah, they're recent.
In no way.
Bro, I couldn't watch it because I was getting pissed off. Like, genuine, this little black kid, like, you know, with her little pigtails, just like, oh my god.
So why are you taking your black kids to Sesame Street, man?
Where else would they take them?
Disneyland, man.
Nah, you know what? Disneyland is a place that causes me pain, right? Because I remember being like 11 and back when Sky was around and it'd be on TV, there'd be come Disneyland Paris, kids under 12 go free. I was there counting. I got 11 months, mom. We got to do this. Never went, bro.
Do you see Mickey Mouse's licensing might be up soon?
Oh yeah, after like 90 years or
Do
something.
you know you should claim that to get even? BET.
Why is BT?
Because then Mickey Mouse has to serve black kids. Man.
God, this guy has been shooting all podcasts and it's just not been
I'm
hitting.
telling you.
This guy has been.
You know them was airball.
Listen, the whole time. That's you know what it is? I gassed him too much. I told him he had a great
They
performance.
went behind the basket.
I told him he had a great performance on Monday.
No look.
Now he's just shooting.
No look.
I was like, where's the correlation there?
You know them ones.
No look.
So how was it doing a live show though?
Man, it's crazy because at first you said, I'm not nervous. I'm just gonna go out the avatar, and then when you're about to go on, you say, oh shit, these niggas are here to see us.
Yeah.
We have to put on a show now. We have to put on a show, but it was crazy to see the amount of people that came out to see. Well, we just do this for the crack, like.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like when you're a live show and you do a podcast, is there pressure to be funny because you're like not a comedian? you talk to people, you have a banter, but you know when you're there and you know people want to have a good time.
Yeah, there is.
You think the quickest way is like let me make them laugh.
There is a bit because
yeah.
if you get no laughs at your live show, like that's are you really funny then?
Yeah.
But once the laughs start getting it, and the first 5 minutes you'll be like, because if you saw, well, you were there, yeah, you were there. Yeah, you were on stage actually.
I want shit, you know.
There was a point where we came out on stage. I was gonna sit down, but Dave, he's like you, main character syndrome. Okay. He just came out and started dancing. I was like, okay, let me dance as well. Yeah. So that's why it just went on.
And you just bounce off each other.
Yeah, just bouncing off each other. Just get comfortable, have a seat. Talk with the crowd because it's very important to get crowd engagement as well. Very important.
And I think music is always the cheat code. Once you start playing bangers, everything goes out the window.
Did you split? Because I couldn't attend. Did you like split it up into like segments? Like was there like different games?
Yeah. We got a B band next to Oxford, so we played a game at the start, and then we came on. We had a chat. We had dilemmas. And brought Goody on stage. Yeah. Then just went to the music segment, and then after that we asked where's your head at? Because at the start of the show we got people to write down where their head was at the start, stick it on the poster, and then at the end of the show we just read it out. Yeah. So. And
do you think could you see yourself doing like a tour of that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, planning another one for the end of the year, November time. Yeah. Another one for the end of the year because it was the feeling is crazy because. Like, normally when you go up, you see niggas come out for rappers and, like, singers and stuff.
Yeah. People want to hear you talk.
Yeah, people want to hear us. Me that I have a 9 to 5, like, who am I for you to come and see?
Is that less pressure because people know your personality? They know who you, like, you're in people's ear for 2 hours a week, every week for the most part. So it's hard not to, to feel like they know you. You've probably told stories about your misses. Like, I've talked about my marriages, my weddings and all this. So people feel like they know you intimately. Is that then like easier to be like, I can really say anything?
Cause because they know your personality. So I know I say some pretty outlandish stuff sometimes, but it depends on. But do we need to stop? Or should go again. Yeah, I say some pretty like outlandish things. So like you can say it, but you like test the walls a bit at the start. You test the wall. Can I say this? Can I say this? You see how they react. And if they're all laughing and it's all goes, then you dive in deeper. You're going deeper.
Obviously, this is probably the biggest we've seen a black podcast being in Ireland. What's the weirdest thing that's happened? Being like,
you got groupies here.
Yeah, like what's the weirdest? Nobody wants to ask. I know people did podcasts before, but like now it's at the level of people do live shows. Yeah. What's the weirdest thing that's happened to come out of doing Where's Your Head At?
Weirdest thing that's happened.
Like in the street, someone walked up to you, like anything.
I'm telling you, yes, groupies, man.
Nah, we don't have groupies, man.
How's the DMs?
They're dry, like deserts. In Jesus' name, amen. They're actually dry, man. No crap. What's the weirdest thing?
Because I asked one of the other co-hosts, he says people be shooting their shots. So I was like, is that what you mans are on? Yeah.
Oh, was that? Which one's that?
I know which one it is.
Can't incriminate.
I'll incriminate him when he comes.
I told you groupies.
and I know which one it is. The guy is a mess about. But it's probably just people coming up to you on the street like randomly. Yeah. Like even at the airport when you're flying out, people coming up to you. Even when we went to Madam Joyce's show there last weekend, people knowing us out there, you're used to just going and like I'm not saying that we're superstars now. People stop on the street, but it's still weird.
Within the community, you're known.
Yeah,
relatively known.
Yeah. It's still weird getting stopped on the street saying, "Oh my God, I watched the podcast. Can I get a picture with you?" Like it's like me. Who am I?
You're saying I go to work and put on my AirPods. And you want to chat to me, but no. So there's so like real cool shit that I've seen, man. So even like doing the podcast with like the '90s babies and what's that skinny Ghanaian guy in England? Oh, Jay.
Oh, J Square. J Square.
You guys would do your thing, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What for you though has been like the coolest moments? Like you couldn't believe that. Like I can't believe this came from me talking shit every week.
Nah, 90s babies, man. Yeah. Because I was a big fan of them even before this whole podcast.
I was on holidays. I was in Mexico on my honeymoon and I watched the episode. Like you know when you're waiting before dinner or you're just chilling. I was like, because. I saw the Instagrams you man's going and I was like, nah, this one can't wait. This one can't. Humble guys and
they're so humble, man. Even the rest of the guys we shot with in Tingy in London, Madam Joy is so down to earth, like, and it's crazy because you see them, man. Like you don't see them as superstars really, but you see them as I want to get to that level.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to, but to see them that they're still humble to even do a podcast with Irish niggas.
You know what's so crazy? Like, since like podcasting has come about and all this kind of stuff, and I've been listening to podcasts, not that I particularly cared about celebrities before, but like, it's weird. Meeting 90s babies now would probably mean more to me than meeting some rappers. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, I actually listen to you.
Yeah, you haven't. That's what I'm saying. Just like something more intimate about
they've had emotional impact on you.
Like deep it. We watched them go from girlfriends to engagement to now
owning houses. All of it is
crazy. Watching them like live their life. It's crazy.
But it's like when I listen to an artist and it like evokes emotion in me, like it make me cry or something like that. Like it's like
who'd make you cry, bro? Jack Harlow, yeah.
Wait, you like Jack Harlow?
Yeah, Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow's cold, man. Come on.
First class.
It's all right.
Oh, remember this?
H is better than Jack Harlow.
No.
You know, wait,
H is better than Jack Harlow, man.
When me and Moyo were at Wireless and we saw Harlow, Jack needs to have the energy that H has.
Like, I saw Jack Harlow along to as well. Like he started good and then it just fell flat.
You know what it is? I feel like he's riding off I'm the wavy white guy.
Yeah.
Like he needs, like he came.
But he has
in
a noise. There's no one else competing with him. Like.
Yeah, but the thing is that only takes you so far.
Man said H is better than him. So
but when another one comes into the market,
but I feel like the energy that H has,
but H isn't in his market though.
But it's not about being in his market. I'm talking about the energy that he has. When H comes on a beat and he comes in and does his thing, it's more than just cool. I'm the cool white guy that's gonna swag on this beat or whatever. He comes in and like, even though some songs I was like, oh shit, this guy's spitting.
H is a cold rapper.
Harlow, sometimes I'm like, bro, like in that last project, I feel like he under-delivered.
In the last project, I agree.
He's gotten into this new stratosphere and he needs to up the music to as well. And bro, I'm tired of the sampling shit. I'm so tired of it, bro.
I feel like artists just loosely throw samples now, and it's a bit like
at some stage it gets lazy.
Yeah,
especially with those drill artists.
It is getting
especially
lazy,
with the drill artists. Drill artists have so many samples these days, and it's like some of them are cold. But the thing with samples is like, if you're not making the song better, like, or even matching it, it just kind of falls flat.
So waste the time.
Yeah, literally.
They've turned every song you can think of into a drill remix, though.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just like.
Yeah. So you were saying like, I think when you value the UK rap more than what the Americans are doing.
Oh yeah, big time.
I think we had this conversation with someone else before.
Yeah, we had this conversation.
Look at the project Gets just put out. Conflict of interest.
Cold.
Tell me what US rappers put out a better project than that.
He's gonna say J. Cole.
Nah, J. Cole's probably was better than that. J. Cole's. I listened to both.
There's actually gonna be one couch versus the other couch. So you just have your ear more to the UK scene.
The UK scene.
Yeah.
See, I listened to I made this argument loads of time. It's like, I think the top of the American scene, the best.
Okay, who's the best in America for you?
Oh, right now it's kind of like it's been slowed down a bit. Right now, because since all these they changed to mumble rap or what's it called? This melodic rap. I don't listen to as much personally. Yeah. So I feel like it's slowed down. But Dave, maybe you can speak.
No, I think it was that in like 2017. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think it's transitioned back to just rap now, or what you like, or there's like a hybrid now. There's a lot of hybrid artists.
Who raps like.
No, see, the thing is, nobody really raps anymore because I think people are now consciously thinking, all right, my stuff has to be a bit more marketable, there needs to be variety in that.
That's what Tion Wayne actually said. He said, why would I make songs for the streets when I can make a song and buy a house?
Listen to Doja.
I get it.
90-second song. But it's gonna get plays and plays.
That song's hard though.
Before it even came out, that shit was viral everywhere.
Yeah. And I always say it depends on your motivation. Like if your motivation, like Tion Wayne said, I want to buy houses, brother.
And I hear it.
I hear it. If your motivation is like I want to be great at this,
you
might not be able to buy houses.
And some of these guys, Marcus, so smart. You see, Central C he deliberately made a clean version for the radio.
Yeah, they didn't rap on it. He just said they want me to change my lyrics.
Yeah.
And then they play that. So
and they're still gonna play on video.
And some people are gonna be, what's the original?
Do you know how clever that is? Like, it's just different thinking.
Well, I always say like it's because the new gen, they know how to work with social media. They know how to market themselves. They know what people like. They have their ears down to the ground, so they know exactly.
They know the algorithms to a T. Like it's there. You just need to study it. Well, most of us don't have time to do that.
I just want to take this moment to say rest in peace, Brianna, and you will be missed.
What's going on?
Did you find your AirPods yet?
Oh, fuck off.
Who's Brianna? Explain who Brianna is.
Oh, Brianna's my car, man.
Oh, he's like,
Yeah, bro. Can you take Daku, man?
what happened to it?
Bro, if I show you the list, it's sitting outside in front of my house. It's not driving anything.
Mad.
Yo, anyone wants an A4 for parts? Let me know. Hit me up.
Snow, who is the Beyonce of Where's Your Head At?
Like the main.
Beyonce.
Wait. Who's the actual Beyonce or thinks they're the Beyonce?
Oh, main character.
Who
Yeah,
thinks
main
it's the
character.
Beyonce? Because I know you asked this to your man Billy the Goat. You guys put him on the spot and said, "Who's the? Are you the Beyonce?"
I'll be honest. It's Dave.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. It's Dave. It's Dave. It's Dave. I'll be honest.
How do you become the Beyonce? Because me, I want to be Beyonce of my own.
You have
Oh,
it.
clearly.
Bro. We're not fighting you. That's you. It's not you, bro.
If you have it,
You know
you
this
have
man.
it.
I think it's because I'm not tall like them.
No, me and
So
Ruwa
I
were
feel like
talking.
I have to overcompensate. Yeah.
Nah, but Dave isn't tall as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Me and Ruwa were talking, and he's like, "Guys, I need to do admin first." I was like, on Monday.
Oh yeah, follow us actually. Charge to the Game Pod Instagram. Charge to the
Beyonce
Game
thinks.
Pod TikTok. CITTG _ podcast.
What's it? See,
I am Sir Jordan M. That is.
Big Dage _ everywhere.
Dave _ Smith without the I.
And we are here with Where's Your Head At? What?
Snow.
Oh,
Don't follow me on socials.
How's your holidays, dude, bro? I saw you were away, Portugal.
Yeah,
I
man.
asked everybody this. You want to do it with what? Your missus or your friends?
My missus.
Do you get sick of her on holidays?
Do I get sick of her? Oh, no way. Why would you ask me that?
Yeah, no, I used to think this.
This man always asks incriminating
Why-
questions.
I'm not asking
Imagine.
Wait, who's gonna
Oh,
say
yeah. I get
Yeah.
sick of
Yeah,
her.
man,
you not just want to be alone and watch YouTube sometimes.
No, not really.
Not on
No,
holiday.
No, not on holidays, though. Like we went out on a peaceful vibe. Like, we didn't really do that much, like, activities that I had to take. Like, you get what I'm saying? We just went to chill on the beach. I had, like, 2 or 3, like, cruises. Went to see caves.
Do you get in the water?
I tried to, but it was too
Can you
cold.
swim?
I'm the same, man.
Can I swim? Like, what do you mean by swim now?
You're on my vibe. You're on
What-
my vibe.
What do you mean by swim?
Like
I talk about
like flow.
Open water.
Like ocean?
Yeah.
Open water, you jump in and you're fine.
Like the ocean?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
no.
Okay, where can you swim?
In the swimming pool.
Yeah, swimming pool.
Wait. do your
Technically,
feet have
nobody's
to touch
really built for the water.
Yeah, man.
I know
touch the
fair
floor.
people that go beach swimming, they'll jump off.
Yeah,
Nah,
bro.
not me, bro. I like my life.
But see, why people have this down to a science? They even have. I know people that have a tide app
What do you mean?
that tells them when the tide is in, when it's out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
left
what's the wave frequency, stuff like that.
Oh, is
Swear
that
to
for people that like surfing? Yeah.
God. Yeah, or just like going out swimming? Because
Yeah.
when the tide is in, it's calm, but like when the
Yeah.
waves are crazy and the current's
Yeah,
crazy.
where we went to, the tides were crazy. You couldn't
Yeah.
do any jet skis there. I was
Yeah,
pissed.
exactly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the best thing about going on holiday is getting drunk and doing nonsense to your babes.
What's your babes? What you mean? What you say? Nothing.
Nonsense.
said
Nonsense.
What you mean?
Oh, wish you.
You know, stupid shit like you know when you get drunk with your babes, you can go club, you can go club and get drunk, lips in the
Yeah.
club. You know, you don't give a fuck. Just
Yeah.
go on.
Nobody knows
You know, cheeky. You know, things
Yeah.
here and there.
No, what's he saying?
I have no idea what this guy's saying, man.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
I get
What's
what
good?
you mean. So
You
All
can't-
I do
you
is
can't
drink cocktails and
Yeah.
sleep.
As a man,
I don't care. I drink strawberry darkly. I'm starting to get into the mojitos now. Well, pina coladas.
Pina coladas top tier.
That's that nice, man.
porn star martini. Like I said, that one is just cash money every
nah,
time.
Long Island iced tea, because it has the most alcohol in it, so it gets me licked as well and tastes nice.
And then you go do naughty things as well. And you go do naughty things with your babes after.
Why are you trying to incriminate to me too?
Oh
Are you the Fed? Like honestly.
You really do be moving like the Fed.
Yeah.
What do you man drink?
It's a podcast, you
do
have to ask questions.
Do you man drink to get drunk, or do you just get drunk because you're drunk?
Depends what I'm drinking.
It depends where I am.
Yeah.
Always drink to
environment
get
and what I'm drinking.
If I am at a gathering organized by the corporate man, I might have a drink in my hand, a drink or two. I'm just being social. I don't really want to get lit like that with you. If I am on holidays with my missus, I am drinking to have drunk sex.
Ain't nothing better.
If I am with the boys, maybe I might have a few just to feel buzzed, but nothing like
No mad.
not mad. Like I think it depends where I am. And where
On holidays, I enjoy the taste of cocktails, so unintentionally
you
get
enjoy the
drunk.
taste of what? What's he say? It's not what he say. Do you enjoy the taste of what?
Cocktails. Yeah, I enjoy the taste of cocktails. Get drunk. Town. If I'm out in town, because bro, it's so fucking expensive, man. So my objective is to get as drunk as possible, so I'm not spending any more money. So I might have pre-drinks beforehand, and then just start GNT. Start down in 3 GNTs. Okay, I'm licked. I don't have to spend any more.
Where do you, Sorry.
No, because I was about to say, because town's just expensive. Like, I drink all night in town. I wake up fresh.
Oh, yeah?
Where
Like,
did
at
you go,
least-
actually, on leaving your trip? You didn't even
Portugal.
talk about that.
Portugal.
That was the first person that didn't say Malta or what was the other place in
Marbella.
Marbella.
Those are two places
Oh, I
don't
went
know
to
about.
I went to Marbella in February.
Jeez, the podcast being like that, yeah.
I'm telling you, this guy is the feds.
I see you.
The guy just whips out pew.
He's revenue this time.
How do you guys deal with like just having like when problems just constantly hit you, like when it's one thing after another? Yeah, how do you guys deal with that? Because that's what's happening to me now, right?
I don't.
And it's pushing me to hard drugs.
I heard that. Wait, what? I said it's pushing into hard drugs.
Yeah, so how do you deal with that? Like have you ever had just one of those weeks, yeah, where it's just L on top of L, and you know what? Once you catch the first three, the next four they'll come quickly. They're just bang, 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 bang. You forgot your phone. Your phone dies.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're already having a bad times, even the little things feel like they're major. If you are having a good day and you forget your phone, it's not a big deal. Like, I'll just go. I'll just do without it. But if your car breaks, your girl breaks up with you, and then you forgot your phone.
Wait, that's not a bad day. That's a terrible day.
It depends if you like a girl. She could be doing you a favor. It depends if you like. But yeah, know how to deal with that. That's actually funny you brought this up because I was talking to my mom before I came here. And a relative died in Africa. Yeah. And they hung themselves.
Oh, sorry.
Trigger warning.
Sorry.
Trigger warning. Not my relative. It's like her relative. So I don't even know.
That ain't my problem.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
He said niggas die every day, B.
The story is but then
wait, her relative is your relative, no?
Not really, bro.
Oh my god!
That's what I said. But the point is,
not me,
then I go to her and then she's ranting to me. She's like, "I can't believe it. He was a doctor and then he went and did this." I was like, maybe he was suffering from mental health. He's like, he was a doctor. He wasn't suffering from mental health.
You got money.
So in her mind, like once you have it good, you can't whatever else you take, it's calm in it. So it's just expected for you. People might look at you as like you're dealing with else. What else? You're driving a nice car. You have a nice job. So just deal with it. But how I deal with else personally, I speak to my brother. If it gets too much, if it gets overwhelming, because I know men have this thing that sometimes we want solutions. We don't want to talk. We just if you're not gonna help me, give me a solution straight away. There's no point of talking. But I try to break away from that. Like I had a shit Monday. No, it wasn't even shit. It was just a frustrating day on Monday. I just went home. I ranted to my missus. Did it help? A little bit. Did it solve all my world's problems? It did not. So I just take it as like, look, I can't solve it all at once. I might take it one by one, but in the moment, I'm going to rant. That's what I do.
See, it's a loop when you're going through. How I figure it out is I start reading self-help books. I'm not gonna lie. I actually started downloading. I started reading self-help books. I was reading one last night, and it's literally just like you see, it's a loop. Like you go through. Sometimes it's the environment that influences it, like how you feel basically. And then it can be like I saw something like it's emotional bias. So you're emotionally biased to yourself in the fact that I'm a fucking failure. I'm this. I'm that. No matter how much people tell you, like, oh no, Deji's sick at podcast. Deji's cold. He's that guy kind of thing. You can't think that at the time because you have too much emotional bias, and it's like a loop. So you have to find like one way of trying to break out of that. So that can be like changing your environments, changing your routine. Sometimes it can be a loop where it's like you feel like shit because you stayed up late and now your alarms triggered you and now you're pissed off from the rip. Yeah. Whereas it's kind of like if you just went to bed maybe like 2 hours. Because I saw you texting on the fucking group chat like 10 to 1. Bro, go to bed.
10 to 1? Bro,
yeah.
It's only starting, brother.
Bro, go to bed. Go to bed, chap.
How do you deal with it? If you are constantly having a shit time and you're like, this needs to stop.
Take it easy. I just sleep for a few hours, man.
No,
trust me. I do sleep when you wake up with a clear mind. Start tackling the problems one by one.
Yeah.
Do you make it to-do list?
No, I do in my head, but I'm gonna start doing that because I always say I'm gonna remember stuff, but then when the times come, I
life
forget.
Becoming quick because the first time I made a to-do list is when I was moving into my home because there's so much to do, and then like obviously you're about women at home. If you forget one thing, it's like even if you do 99 things, you forget one thing.
Don't slander with your about woman.
She knows this. So I started making it just feel like, okay, because there's so much, it's such a big movement.
Yeah.
And then I was taking things off and I didn't forget about it. And the process went a lot smoother than I thought. And I was like, okay, this to-do list is the thing. So I would definitely recommend that. I even make it at work because a new job, first you're like, oh, 1 or 2 tasks.
Yeah.
It's calm.
Then it gets overwhelming.
Now it's like this, and I'm like, okay, 8 hours. You just need to come in, have a list, go to it, take things off. Maybe you should do that too.
I have to start blocking off my hours because I was even telling Jordan, the work never gets any more difficult. It's the volume of it that gets difficult. So the biggest skill you need in life is like organization. So
that's facts.
I have to like block off hour by hour. I have to have a to-do list. I have to have whatever on my Outlook calendar now, and I have to have a fucking notes to-do list.
Like, do you ever see them man on socials that they obviously do TikToks and Instagram reels, but they wake up, they go brush their teeth, they go maybe have breakfast, they go to the gym, they go read a book. Like, their day seems so structured.
They overdo it though, them TikToks.
Yeah. But sometimes I want my day to be that structured.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know, they said that I was listening to Joe Rogan, and they said having such as the same routine and the same structure can lead to like a bit of, like, when you're older, your brain, that's how quicken dementia kind of thing, because you don't do anything different.
Yeah.
Your brain is so routine. You drive the same route to work. You do the same things every single day for 30 years. So sometimes your brain just stops the function of, sorry bro, it stops the function of like learning new things. So what they were saying, like, small things, take a different route to learn a new language. Just exercise your brain not to fall into the mundane routine. Obviously, you might be you might get it anyways, because I was going to say, I couldn't say the word I wanted to say. Susceptible. Yeah.
Susceptible.
Anyways, but just those little things.
But that thing is like, because, oh my God, I'm out. Not the job I just left, like my very first job or whatever, bro. I hated that job so much.
Nah, I'm good.
I hated that job so much because I could tell you in a year's time. If you told me, Deji, 2025 on a Wednesday the 31st of March, what are you going to be doing? And I'm in that job, I could tell you exactly hour by hour what I was going to do. It was the most annoying thing ever. Like, I don't know. It just bothered me. Like, you know, you like a little bit of spiciness in life sometimes. Like, you know, hit me with some shit I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Like, one day, let the building blow up.
I'm at that stage now in work. Like, I'm at that stage where I'm learning. Like, but it's also becoming, I'm adapting to the job now. So I know, even though it's becoming a lot more, but I know what to do. So it's kind of like, oh, I can figure this out. After a while, it'll just become like, oh, this again.
Bro, I used to go into work, and I'd go into work at 8 o'clock, and when, like, I'd pretty much go into autopilot until I leave work. And I was just like, it almost feels like I don't exist for like 9 hours of my day.
Bro, that's what happened to me this week. Like, I'm like, I've done 8.5 hours. What have I actually done?
Bro, and you're like, the thing is, you're actually not even thinking about anything. You're just...
Yeah,
you're just going and doing your work, going away.
But for me as well, like, I think the way I deal with my stuff is like, for me, my home is like always my base. So sometimes, even if I go ghost, like, let's say if I was going through a breakup or I go ghost or whatever, I just go home. Chill at home, do nothing. Sometimes I might actually just sit there and just do this.
That used to slap. You just sit there and you're just by yourself.
Yeah,
just lie down like this, literally.
Bro,
got to your ceiling.
Post work
nothing slaps better than just sitting on the stairs doing this.
Yeah.
Post work naps slap.
But do you mind
in work naps slap?
Do you mind find comfort talking to your boys? I know, like, it's probably easier talking to your girls. Like, if you're having that kind of week, I've ever seen yourself like say, like, I'm gonna talk to you, David or something. About this.
Yeah, like sometimes, like, you just, it's not really like, oh, bro, I'm having a bad day, but it just comes up in conversation, and it just gets stuff off your chest. And it's different. Talking to your girl is different from talking to your boys, because talking to your girl is like,
let me give you the real truth.
Yeah, you got me. Like, you see me, I see you, kind of thing. But talking to your boys is more like just venting and just them giving you advice and vice versa and stuff like that.
I think that's such a good point, because I think with men sometimes it has to come in natural conversation. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be driving here with Dave. You might be having a good bad time, like, in life, and you won't say, Jordan, I'm having a bad time. We'll just talk about something, and it might just flow into the conversation.
It always just ends up.
It'll segue. Yeah.
Like, I remember my boy was first or second year uni. He was going through it. And he was just hiding in his room, not seeing anyone. I would just walk in his house, sit in his room, 1 hour. Like, I would just talk to him until it happened naturally. Because even when we're younger, like first year uni, we're what, 17, 18?
Yeah.
No boy really wants to talk and be perceived as
like,
weak.
you're not really emotionally intelligent at that age at all.
Yeah.
Only now it's even...
I just developed it, a few years ago.
For me as well.
What made you to develop a relationship?
It's always women. You know what, for me, my problem is I don't really chat to my boys, you know.
Why?
Like,
I think I do it less through older age.
You know what? I don't know. Like, I feel like I find it hard to manage relationships. in the way of like constantly keeping up with people, because there's people that I genuinely love, like those are my people for life that I just haven't chatted to, you know,
Just
like,
haven't,
time. And it's kind of like, it almost feels like I never have enough time. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I've got, if I start going through the list of people, I was like, yeah, we should hang out, we really should do this. And it probably comes across like I just don't give a fuck. But it's actually not that. It just feels like Monday to Friday, I'm stupid busy. Saturday, Sunday, I've got a couple of things on, and we're right back to Monday again. And it just feels like, what time do I have to be like, yo, let me call this person and check up on this person? What time? Like, I feel like I should probably just set a time in my phone, and just every week at this time, you just call someone different. Because
you're doing 12 hours. You might only have 3 hours of evening. 2 hours of evening, if you're lucky.
Like, bro,
60 hours.
This week really, it's like I actually haven't even had time for myself. It's literally been wake up early, work until a certain time, leave work, and I have to go get something done, come back, and it's like, it's stupid late, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's time for bed now. And it's just...
But sometimes you do need, like, even just to chat to the boys, because like, just so like he's saying, one of the conversation I've been on this podcast talking a lot about how I struggle with my faith and going back to church, and I've told the stories. And one of my boys came over to the house, and he was saying at the time he was living in Nigeria, and I was having the same conversation. I'm like, oh, the pastors are corrupt, this, people are hypocrites, all of this, why are they telling me how to be, and they can't be that way, we're seeing them in clubs. I'm just ranting to him. And he said, look, I met a girl, and this is why I went back to church for the first time on my own accord. Like, without my mom telling me come to church. Probably for the first time ever.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to go to church this Sunday. Sick. I woke up and I went to church. Because just in conversation, he said to me, he's like, look, I met a girl in Nigeria. And she says, all this you're hearing negative, dead. Yeah. At the end of the day, the church is just how you interact with the world through God. Don't look at anybody and let them show you. And then that just a conversation like that, and it made me realize... I was hiding from accountability for my faith. I was looking at, I'm not going to church because the pastor is corrupt. Like, I'm not. It's just then I'm having an excuse, so I don't have to wake up on Sunday and go blaming everybody else. But even small, like I don't even think he knows that he did it. Just even small things like that in conversation give me like a little bit of enlightenment. It's like, I need to stop blaming others for my faith. If I really want to do this, I will do it regardless of who's corrupt, who's cheating on their wife, and who's being a hypocrite in church.
You know what? Speaking about like speaking to your boys and stuff like that, I remember seeing a video on TikTok or somewhere, and it was like, a lot of men have, like they're sexually attracted to women, so they sexually they fuck women, but like emotionally they emotionally in love with their boys pretty much.
Speak on this.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not like that. But I do see other people like that. Do you mind feel like you're like that?
What do you mean emotionally in love with your boys?
They like fucking women.
Yeah.
Because that's who they're sexually attracted to. Yeah. But they rather the love and appraisal and approval and validation
from the
boys. That kind of way.
But is that not like a young mentality, no?
I feel like
I think it stays
initially, but for some people, and I think some of it, as we talked about this, like I think some of it is rooted in maybe when they didn't have a close connection with their dad when they were young, or as close as they would like, they grow up always seeking validation of men.
from men.
Because if you reverse it, they just call a girl who goes out seeking validation from men daddy issues.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the stigma that's with it. That can happen to men too, because I know boys in my life, and they will just tell you stories and so much shit, because growing up, now I know they're looking for that validation. They look for me to praise their behavior. And then I just look back at their relationship with their, because I listen to so many podcasts, and I'm like, what's the relationship with their father like? And I'm like, maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Because our boys, like, we would just be sitting there one day, and he's like, oh yeah, see that girl, like whatever. I'm like, but did I ask though? Like, no, genuinely, my brain goes, but did I ask? And then I'm like, oh, he probably just wants me to go.
You're the man.
You know, like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I have a mate, honestly, like, who hadn't had his father in his life, and I noticed that trend in his behavior, and I'm a bit like, I never thought about it till recently, till we talked about that. Like, some guys just need someone to fill in as a father figure, or they look amongst it through a group of male friends.
Is there a way around that though, not to like have that validation from
therapy or something?
I think to acknowledge it, remember, I listened to your man's podcast, and you remember the Koi clip.
Yeah.
Just ask yourself.
Just know the why.
Yeah, ask myself, why do I need Deji's validation? Where does it come from? Whatever you decide to do with that and do better and go to therapy, fine. But if you decide, like, I know the answer, but I still want my boys to validate me, at least you know. But we all live life every day. Life goes so quick, and sometimes you don't have time to self-assess.
Facts.
You have no time.
Do you feel like you have daddy issues?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's not like to a point that it's hindering my day-to-day life, like. Like I know it's there, like, but it's not like.
In what terms?
Where do you think it stemmed from, or in what way do you think you have daddy issues?
Because I'm a pastor's kid that like my dad was like the church. So like it wasn't really. I won't say it wasn't involved in my life, but like you know the cliche, didn't take me to football, didn't do this, doing that. It wasn't like I can't just go up to him and talk to him about how I feel because the relationship isn't really there. So I know I have that issue. I'm just gonna do better with my kids and be there for them in a way. You get me?
Yeah.
Like no, I'm the same. My dad, when it came to education, like my dad, I think is a mint father, like it's great. But when it came to the things that I cared about, I felt like he didn't care. He never went to see me play football. And I'm not saying like I was like elite or anything, but we played football.
Yeah.
At the level I played, I was decent. Like I was okay, and it would have
top striker.
Even if you're not.
Even if you're not. And it's like I'm scoring 2 goals, 3 goals, and I'm getting praise, and I want to hear this from this man. But I go to tell this man, but he's telling me instead of going that 1 hour you could have used for training, you could have used to read books. Like I don't resent him. I always say this because I know he came into this country. He couldn't give me. He wanted me to have security. Football. How many of us really makes it? So it frustrates me, but because like you, I got to an age now where I'm married. I'm hoping to start a family, and he's looking at me he's like, sometimes I go through things, and it's things I want to talk to another man about. I can't talk to your mom about. I want to talk to you because you're a man now. I'm like, bro, how are we gonna start this?
Yeah, that's the
like, how are we gonna start this now?
Whereas I think my dad was the opposite. I think he always made a conscious effort to be at my matches and stuff. I used to play rugby, I used to play football, stuff like that. But I felt like he could have, I don't know, done more to lead by example. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just think even career-wise, he could have done a lot better for himself. But I always tell the lads here on the podcast, I've said it several times, I think a lot of the time, it was his ego that held him back. Like, I don't want to do this, so I'm not doing this. Like, getting up for a guy every Monday, 8 to 5, I'm not doing that kind of thing. But it's like, it's kind of what has to be done in the grander scheme of things. Like, we all have to get up for the white man, do you know what I mean? Or do whatever. But it's like he didn't want to do it, and it's kind of like what held him back. And I'm spending a lot of my life now, and I'm saying I don't resent my dad at all. Like I'll catch up with my dad, I'll do whatever, I'll get popcorn, go to cinema and stuff with him and stuff. But like, it's just kind of sometimes I don't want to be compared to him a little bit in that sense, because I think we're two different people. I think we share the same characteristics, but I think we're like two different people. So I'm just like, what?
It's so crazy about that. Like, for the longest, because people don't know about, like, my dad wasn't around in it, but like, it's weird because we're cool now, and even the reason why we're cool is because of J Hus lyric. No, I know it sounds funny, but I'm being so serious. Like, in his daily W, it's like, oh, his dad just died, they weren't really close, but it feels like part of him is missing. And I was like, for the longest year, I was like, oh, fuck my dad, man. Like, the guy's just there in it. And then he said that, and I was like, bro, I've actually never thought about this guy dying. Like, I've easily gone like 5 years without talking to this man. Like, it's not been a thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, right, no, but if this guy actually dies, what am I gonna feel like? Yeah. But like, I've sat there and I've assessed his life, and it was kind of like, you're like, oh, like, I don't want to be like him. There's so many things that he did that I just feel like that's where he went wrong. And then recently, I feel like I've been learning a lot more about myself. And you know when you feel like you have a perception of yourself in your head, and then you get shown that you're not that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even let's say an example is, somebody that lies, but they lie for a good reason. So they feel like it's justified. But at the end of the day, you're still a liar. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like
if you kill someone because they killed your family, it's justified, but you're still a killer.
Yeah, still a murderer.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's kind of like then being put yourself, and then it's kind of like, I was like, rah, I spent the longest time being like, I don't want to be like my dad, to end up damn near exactly like him.
Yeah. It's a formality. Like, it's just, you spend so much time around them and stuff like that.
I didn't even spend that much time around him. That's the fucking thing.
But I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it like even sometimes, like, I'll get into it with my mom sometimes, and you'll get the whole, you're just like your dad. Which I saw on TikTok. It's actually top 3 most offensive things you can say to me sometimes. So no, we're two different people. Like,
what's that thing that Drake said? That's my one button and you pushed it.
Yeah.
Conditioning comes with us even in the littlest ways. Like, I noticed that I went out to Bray, and me and Timmy went to get ice cream, and I went for the Magnum because I saw that at home. So immediately I grabbed the Magnum. 3 days later, my brother sends us his freezer of his ice cream, and he got the exact same ice cream that I got. So I'm like, even in the choice of ice cream that we think that we're not even thinking about, that's where it derives from. But I wanted to ask you, do you then resent the church for maybe, I don't know, did it cause a strain?
Me, nah, I don't resent the church. Okay. I don't, that man came from Nigeria, packed up, or like my dad was doing good and he had a business in Nigeria that was thriving. Came here to give us a better life, quote unquote. Because if I was in Nigeria, I'll be a baller. But
you know them ones. Like, why do we live there and you could just send me abroad?
Yeah.
But they did the best they could. Because I always used to be of the mindset of you could have done better. But think about it. These man left their home country to another country, started a life, brought their kids here, made something of themselves, and made something of their kids as well.
Yeah.
That's bloody hard.
Yeah.
That's blood. Imagine you now, like say you have kids now, you're gonna go to Africa, you're gonna go to Australia, you're gonna start a life in Australia.
Yeah.
That's hard as hell, and it's not now that it's easier now. Back then, it wasn't easy at all.
Yeah.
But I get the intensity as well of just making sure your kid succeeds because it's a slap in the face if your kid doesn't succeed.
Yeah. I came here by myself.
Sacrificed every. Like I used to give my dad. I had to give my dad. Is a very ambitious man. He was telling myself I could have done more. But I'm like, bro, I said this to the boys. I said, bro, you came here, you're already 40. My dad was a doctor back home. They told you your qualifications, because they're African qualifications, they don't matter.
Yeah.
For you to start again,
that's crazy.
Get the qualification, buy a house, pay off the house, and before you're 60, and then to see your kids go like. And I was like, I don't think I have the mental fortitude for that. Yeah. To just basically put me in a new... And Congolese people, we don't even speak English. Like, that's not our first language. So initially what stopped him from even doing the medicine is like, he kept failing the English test. He did it like 8 times. At one stage, he gave up. My mom was the one that was like, no, you have children.
That's what you have the right one. That's the good one.
Yeah. So for that, like, I understand. They did the best with the equipment they had. And who's to say, if I came to a different country and I don't have connections. Like, it might be different for our kids. Yeah. Like, you mans might be thriving. I'd be like, oh, I know someone in the podcast scene. Snow can give... I know, I'll talk to Snow. Maybe you can do something. You have connections. Yeah. They had our parents know how, buddy. So they had to tell us, yo, bro, you're going to school. You're going over there.
Also, the thing is, like, people always forget, like, when they were growing up, like, degrees weren't as accessible as they are now. Everybody and their uncle has... Bro, there's one uncle, his undergrad is in accounting. His master's is in computer science, and he wants to do a PhD in like chemistry or something. You've
completed school already. What are you going back?
Do you get what I'm saying? But like back then, when like degrees were so rare and like they were it actually almost guaranteed you a job. But now, bro, everybody has a degree. It doesn't mean shit anymore. Do you know what I mean? And like even I remember one day I did the maths on my mom's life, and I was like, wait, so you were 29. You came here with 3 kids, probably not that much money in your bank account, and you knew nobody.
Just figured it out.
And you just figured it out.
3 hustlers, man. I don't think I have that in me.
No.
Same.
I don't think I have that in me.
I like soft life too much.
Bro. Well, we just go on holidays. We come back to our comfortability. You can't stay there for too long.
I like soft life too much. But I also want to ask, what made you guys want to start the podcast? I've heard the stories of like doing 30 recordings and like I've heard that part. But what actually made you like, okay, let's talk to the culture or talk at that time I was watching all the Phillies and the Chunks doing their football videos. I actually want to do I wanted to have a YouTube channel. But then I just talked to them and I think we wanted to do a show, but not like a podcast, you get me? So we just linked up and said, "Oh, can we?"
In like a panel kind of thing, but it's not.
It's not even a panel, like just a vibes thing, like you know, buskers, just content as well. Yeah. Like buskers in town.
Yes.
We just like play pool and chat. Like just chat. But then we now got into podcasts. Now so okay, I'm a bit like we needed the balance. I'm a bit crazy. Dave too was a bit crazy. That's where Tommy comes in. Tommy is the. Sometimes E2 can be a bit mad now.
Yeah, sometimes the energy is infectious.
It is.
You feed off it.
We needed that balance that, okay, you speak the sense. Like Tommy, you guys watch podcasts. Tommy's always the one that says, "Oh, boys, let's think about it rationally." Blah, blah, blah. He speaks the sense. So it kind of came about like that. And after a while, we just said...
He's saying, not to Tommy, I know.
No. I'm trying to figure out which one of us speaks sense.
And after a while, we just said, okay, let's make this into something dude. So we started doing like Zoom recordings. Then, like you said, the 30 episode before we released, and then it just took off. And it's been a hell of a ride.
That's it. Because my thing is, it's like I wanted our next generation to have as many as options and not be like us where we felt like it was education.
Yeah.
So to see people do different types. We have content creators. We have flipping influencers. Now we have. For me, it was like just to see that like you guys it keeps going up.
Yeah.
I'm like, it can only be a good thing, because to see our kids look at someone and like, okay, we can do that. It's just not I have to go get a degree and I have to do this. So I found out like one of the sick things about it. Like
it's not that hard to do either. It's not like. In terms of literally just setting up a camera, having a mic or whatever, there's like,
but it takes a lot of like.
There's intangibles though to doing a podcast.
Yeah,
like you have to.
You have to show up.
Yeah, you've got to show up. You have to have the energy. You have to read the other people's energy and go, right, is this gonna be a funny one or is this gonna be like we're just gonna sit and chat kind of thing?
Honestly, podcasts are actually mad hard. Like,
they're mad hard.
People, they are
mad hard.
The reason
he's mastered it.
No, I haven't mastered it. I understand it is difficult because you're trying to create conversation for an hour and a half, and based on the energy in the room and reading and like sometimes you have
especially when you have guests as well.
Especially when you have
guests.
I think as well. I think if it's 3 of you doing it, everybody has to offer a different dynamic.
Yeah.
So if Jordan's talking, he's doing thing. Maybe I have to shoot 3 and hit 0 for 20. Well, maybe I have to do that. Maybe you have to rant. Maybe he has to do the thing. There has to be a dynamic there.
I do get that, but I also think like there's a certain. Do you man feel like there's just a certain part of you that is kind of built for this, in the way of like you've kind of just been chatting your whole life? Because
yeah.
Like I feel like I just have
sorry to cut you off, but the funny thing is, I'm quiet. I'm not built for this. Nah, bro.
You know what's funny as well? I'm hella shy. I'm quiet as fuck.
No.
People don't see it.
People that know me, I don't talk, bro. Like we go to these events. It's mostly Dave doing the talking.
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk to people. Honest to God.
If I have to do presentations and work, I start stuttering.
Same. I
can sit here and
have a bit of a stutter as well.
Yeah.
I think because I go to a Congolese church, so they preach in Lingala and French. And obviously, the younger generations don't understand it as fluent. Yeah. So I'm the translator. So just...
Oh, you translate in church?
Yeah.
Oh, that's class.
I did.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah. So doing something like that, it's like... you don't realize, but it works a muscle. To be confident speaking in front of people and standing there and like translating. Because sometimes I flop. They're saying words in Lingala. I'm like, what the are they even saying right now? And then the translation is like, wayward. Because sometimes... we all speak languages. It's not literal. Like they say one thing, and if you translate it literally, it's not gonna make sense.
Backwards.
So you have to find a way. So maybe that's why I was like, it's not mad hard, and I'm maybe a bit more extroverted. Because I tell Deji, I'm like, Deji, you need to be the Beyonce. You're 6'3", you have the beard, you're a big guy. Sell yourself, pour yourself for the podcast.
Be the face of the brand.
We're not groupies there. He'll pimp us out.
Okay, you guys want to know the honest, real. I'm honestly hella shy. Like the thing is, I know people always look at me like I'm weird. Like I don't. There's a reason why I don't post on my story, bro. Like there's a reason why I don't use socials.
I'm not that shy.
I used to come to.
I'm not that shy.
No, the thing is, vibing.
I get comfortable when I know the environment.
Okay.
But if I don't know the environment, I'm going to be mad quiet.
Yeah. So when you go to like corporate events, you're just like.
Oh, I'm just with people I know.
Yeah, you know, there's some people that if you don't know them or they're not comfortable around you, you'll be like, who the hell is this guy's boring. But then when they get around people that they're comfortable with, it's vibes, isn't it?
Like then, man, I say, oh, you don't talk. I talk, I just don't talk to you.
And the thing is, people always think you're a dickhead for that. Do you know how many people have told me like, oh yeah, the first time I met you, I thought you were a dickhead. Bro, I'm not a dickhead. Same. I don't think I'm better than you. I'm just shy.
Irish culture in general, we're very friendly. It's like we say hi on the streets. So it's a very, like, everybody seems, you have the impression that everybody's approachable. Oh, hi, how's it going? Or you just, I'll be walking in the corridor at work. They're like, yeah, great weather, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it's great weather. So that's like and we also grew up in there. So if people see you and they're like, well, he's kind of rude because we're used to having even a small bit of interaction with everybody, you know?
Or actually, you know what? Now that you guys are getting more known and stuff like that, people that know who you, like, it's weird, right? People know you. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but you don't know them. Yeah. So now when they come, like, they know you from listening to you all the time. But when they expect to meet that Snow. But the Snow you're going to meet is, bro, I don't know you.
Because most time on road, bro, I'm quiet, bro. I'm telling you, my girl knows it. She said talk more. Like I just don't. I don't have anything to say, so why should I talk? But when people come up to me on road, like, but I haven't gone the mad one that I say that I saw on hyper and stuff like that. I always get people that come out. I love what you do. I say, oh, I love for that, bro.
Yeah.
And if you want a quick pick, I'll take a quick pick and then we keep it moving. But I don't have those ones that you talk for hours and hours and hours and hours.
I had that moment. I met Kevin Hart, and I'm used to seeing Kevin Hart on stage, but this was maybe even uni days, third year uni, so 2017. I won tickets to a red carpet show. He was doing a movie with Josh Gad. I can't even remember the name of the movie.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, so it was in one of the cinemas, like the big one at O'Connell Street, across O'Connell Street. So I was there, red carpet. Kevin Hart's coming. And in my mind, this was before like the podcast thing. This scene really blew. So you believe more the character as the person. Right now, because I listen to, for example, we listen to podcasts every week. I'm not gonna meet a podcaster. Like I didn't meet Snow today, maybe because I talked to Snow before, expecting him to be the way he is on the podcast. So back then, I'm like, this is Kevin Hart. I'm expecting him to be like moving around up and down. That's the The guy was mellow, so mellow, and it kind of disappointed me. I felt like I didn't meet Kevin Hart. But I actually did meet Kevin Hart. I just didn't meet the character.
Because think about it, he was probably on tour, like.
And he was on tour and he was promoting this movie all across. And when it comes to Dublin, they probably just mail it in. It's just
and Dublin is that city that it's not really important like that, like London or like New York. It's just mellow vibes.
Love London, man.
It's not the same scale.
You have to network, bro.
London is one of the biggest cities in
that's
the
the
world.
spot.
I say that because like. Even when the Burner versus Wizkid thing, there was such an emphasis, but he sold out London. Your Burner sold out New York, Manchester, Amsterdam, but then you were like, but anybody can do that.
But the thing is,
it's like because he sold out London, it seems
three times though.
Selling out MSG is a big deal though. Like there's people that can't sell out MSG.
But Wizkid hasn't tried that to know that he can do that.
I feel like Wizkid could have probably done that years ago.
He can do it. Yeah. Burner is only doing it now.
Burner is arguably the biggest superstar we've seen in Afrobeats.
No.
Biggest superstar.
Abomination.
He's the biggest superstar we've seen in Afrobeats.
That is not.
He's doing everything.
He does have the greatest breakup song ever, but apart from that, no.
Wizkid is still number one.
I don't think so.
Wizkid is still not. Like Burner, I said it before. Burner with performances, he's clear of them, man.
I'm not even saying better artist. Like I'm not saying he's the better artist.
You're saying superstar.
I'm saying in terms of superstardom and a reach. I think Burner the last.
Do you listen to Wizkid enough?
Yeah, I listen to Wizkid enough.
I never heard you listen to
Wizkid.
Wizkid is
I think in the last 12 to 18 months, the peak that I've seen, maybe because I have socials.
Yeah, it's recency bias, man. It's recency bias.
Yeah.
What's called?
I'm listening to Burner a lot more.
You go try and slag Wizkid FC. See what happens to you. Wizkid FC they were doing NS 10v10. And they weren't even listening. Just saying
they came from nowhere.
That always happens though. If we grow up on someone, it's like in NBA, people that grew up on Jordan, you can't tell them different because they grew up on Michael Jordan. He's the GOAT. When you started, when the genre started to pop off a lot, Wizkid was like the guy. So a lot of us grew up when the genre started to really get popular. Wizkid was getting popular with it. You grew up on Wizkid, I'm assuming. So for you, because he's grandfathered in, you're not going to see it different. Yeah. There's going to be a generation that are seeing Last and all these TikToks and are growing up on Burna Boy. They're going to tell the next generation, whoever's popping, is not as good as Burna Boy.
Yeah, but they're wrong, though.
He said he's not the best DJ in Ireland.
They're wrong, though, bro.
Nigga, that's how you shoot.
That's well, you don't think that's your bias. You don't think it's because as a kid, you're impersonable, you're listening.
No, it is. It's part of it because that first Wizkid album is
Yeah.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. You can't overlook that. But even the last one it dropped. No, that's luxury music.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing, yeah.
So you didn't like the one Burna made?
Which one? The Damini one.
Damini.
I don't like Damini at all. I only like J Hus's verse and then that's it. And Science.
This guy's a hater.
This is the thing though, right? Also, we need to account for who's like Wizkid's kind of been hiding. Since he dropped Made in Lagos, he's been doing concerts and shit, but he's been hiding. Yeah. But if out of those three, Burna is the most hardworking. Like Burna is everywhere, and I think that's what helps him as well. And because I feel like Burna is a proper music man, not that saying the rest of them aren't, Burner's a proper music man, so he's on everything.
Yeah, he takes his music more seriously.
For him, it's a craft. Do you get what I'm saying? And you can see it in the way that he does his music, the performances, everything. Do you get what I'm saying? So Burner is hot fire right now. Do you get what I'm saying? But when it comes to like the levels, I still feel like Wizkid is going to be etching.
Look, you guys obviously you know more like about the levels of like in terms of just the superstar. Like, do you know when Lil Wayne was on that run? In 2009, that level of superstardom. Like I said, the two best peaks, not the two best rappers, but the two best peaks I've seen in rap is 50 Cent and Lil Wayne. Because when 50 Cent was doing without socials, our moms knew him. Our African moms.
Was busy. Was
So what I'm saying about Burn, in terms of the levels he's reached in superstardom, I've not seen it like that.
I think it's just they do it differently.
Okay.
Like Wizkid is very vibes. I'm the big dog. I'm out here in it. Like,
he's grandfathered in.
Wizkid doesn't really have to work as hard. Burna Boy has to work as hard. It has to work that hard to be noticeable.
It's like because Wizkid has more image, kind of like he looks.
No, Wizkid is just like
he's a fixture.
I'm not saying Burna Boy is like one dead artist. No, Burna Boy is the top two African artists in the world. But Wizkid he edges it for me.
I'm not sure how I just have that. I'm gonna put what you call him Kofi Olomide up there. Like I just can't let the
Davido is third. Davido is third. Davido is third.
Yeah, all right.
Look, I don't think I'm a fan
of who?
like Davido.
Yeah.
Like I do. Like the thing is, I'm not gonna say here and say like I don't know bare Davido songs. Like I know bears. Like you just know them. But I don't think I'm a fan. Like I don't actively go out to listen to him. But because he makes good music, I'm always gonna hear it. Yeah. If that makes sense.
That's sometimes you have to make yourself undeniable. Like even people that are not fans can sleep on it. Like, I don't like him, but
I don't like Burna Boy, but I can't. I can't deny his greatness.
Why? Why do you not like Burna Boy?
He's too proud, man.
What's called? You know what?
I always think
Burna is not. He's not a likable character.
He's not.
Yeah.
People don't like
not
him.
likable.
He's not.
I saw a documentary how he's talking to his parents. And I was like, that's mad.
What?
African giant, man. Relax, man.
I always think this. Yeah. Why do we like humility? Because if you say you are
be humble, man. Pride comes before the fall.
But if you say you are the best podcast, in Ireland, nobody's saying like, oh, they're too proud.
Yeah,
so if he said I'm African giant, why is that too proud? It's the same thing that happened to Floyd in boxing. It's the same thing that happens to Conor McGregor. The minute someone believes too much in
I like Conor McGregor and Floyd, but I just don't like Burna Boy. I don't like his character.
You're just a hater.
I don't like his character. I've seen things like Tommy said. He's revealing characters I don't like.
But you know what? For me, I don't care. If the music slaps. That's all I care about.
Oh,
and if we go on a run,
I'll still listen to him though.
If we go on a run, like even at your live show, it was literally it was a perfect example when they were doing old school versus new school. New school had Burn on pretty much every track.
Carried the new school.
He carried it.
Every song was basically a Burna Boy.
Like if Burna Boy walks in, I'll say, "Oh, Burna Boy, I love what you do, my guy. Love your songs, my guy."
I'll do the same for me, Mourinho. Jose, the first manager to win 3 European Cups. I've never heard of Jose in Jose,
that's the GOAT, man.
But you're on the Usher side, is it? On the Chris Brown versus Usher side?
No, the Chris Brown side, man.
Bro, I'm tired of this. Can we put some respect on fucking Chris's name?
Nah. Bro, honestly, man, people think Chris is one small boy.
This 10 songs. 10 songs. Watch This Has It. Yeah. But once we get to 15, once you've played the Confessions, you've played the Burns.
That's actually so true.
Yeah, but
that's actually so true.
Once you played that, Chris will go out and put out look at me now and play it 19.
Yeah, but it's quality over quantity because Chris Brown's catalog is fucking huge.
But we're talking as if Chris Brown doesn't have 20. Like what I'm saying is,
but so does Usher.
When it comes to those 10, it's hard to beat Usher. It's very fucking hard.
Yeah.
But once you get to 15, 16,
so Chris Brown has deeper range.
100%.
Pause.
There's deeper range.
I was going to say that. I knew he was waiting for me to say.
Oh my god. Nah, but he does. Like Usher is. Yeah, we get Usher is that guy. Usher. Watch this.
So, no, Usher was that guy.
Yeah. And do you not think that's the same thing I'm saying about Wizkid? It's sometimes for some people Usher's grandfathered in. They want to start listening to R&B and start getting.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm
like Jordan. I'm not. You have a point.
Okay.
You have a very good valid point. Very good valid point.
It's just, however, when it comes to this thing, and also Wiz opened doors for a lot of people. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, that's
and he's not like Wiz has gone. He's still here.
Like the thing is, right? There's certain people like One Day Cole, one of the greatest, but there's a lot of people up over him. Even though One Day Cole is OG.
He's
What's
a
called
legend.
Don Jazzy.
Don Jazzy.
Even the band.
Even
People forget-
Olamide.
People forget how the band was that guy.
Those are legends.
What got signed to good music. It was a whole thing.
And he had one note. one note on the song.
Kanye pulled up to a video. But like, you get what I'm saying? There's certain people that are like that. That's been cool. It's good. There's certain people that are like that. That has been like that. Do you get what I'm saying? But when this Wiz, he has that. Plus, he's relevant.
No, that's true. The Drake effect. When you've had the run, now you're putting people on, so you remain relevant, and you're still putting out good music. I'm not like.
That reminds me of my song of the week, actually.
Well, what's your song of the week? Let's close it off.
Drake Free Smoke.
Oh no, I have one. I have a topic.
Go ahead.
I have a topic. So, do you not think you're the leader of your group?
Oh my god! Did you see that tweet?
What tweet?
They said a girl said.
It said it's the new Akon lost.
It said
when you're not the leader of your group.
When you meet the group of friends and you're not the leader of the group, what lesser then?
You're not the one that called the shots.
Well, men don't have leaders in a group. Like, what do they expect? Like, I mean, we have guys. I feel like we have guys that organize stuff in the.
Have you ever met a group?
The guys organize stuff even.
That's what you have to have one
show
guy,
up last
one
minute.
facilitator.
Have you ever met a group of friends? Yeah, if they're not your friends, you see another group of guy friends, and you can tell that like
That's the alpha.
that's
in
the
group.
guy
Yeah.
there. What?
Nathan.
Nathan texts me and he
It's
says,
Nathan.
"I'm the Red Ranger in my group." Like
He's gonna love this, Nathan. You're the Red Ranger.
so I get what that tweet. I know they were cooking her. They were like, "Oh, I think you're dating the Avengers or something like that."
That will kill me.
But sometimes you do meet, even with girls, you meet a group of girls and you'll see which one they're all like. When you watch Love Island, like Paige, mean girl.
Yeah.
You can tell within her group of friends, they probably like run things by Paige. It's like, yeah.
But what do women expect us to do though? Like as the leader, like sit there and raise a glass and like get.
No, it's
everybody
not.
to, like,
It's just something.
Yeah.
It's something that just
Men.
it's unspoken. Like you just know.
yeah.
Aura.
It just
Aura.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also the thing is like people are attracted to energies and women love like boss energy in it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when you're not the one that's being sent to the shop, she's gonna like you more. Like
Facts.
it really is that.
Do you mind think
If you're being sent to the shop in your group, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to say,
do you
yo,
might think you exude that? Do you think you exude that like boss energy that women like?
Yeah, I think I do.
I'm in a relationship, so I suppose so.
Is that, she likes something about me.
Maybe it's because I know how to mix it up. I know how to exude that energy, but I know how to sit in the background, just be quiet
This
sometimes.
guy's saying I can do it all. I'm versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear him though. I hear
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
So.
I think also like, not that it depends where you put me, but like, cause I feel like I'm a proper chameleon. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I code switch with everybody.
You're a proper comedian. 5 minutes ago you were shy.
Chameleon, bro.
Chameleon.
What's going on?
Yeah, no, I'm a proper chameleon. So like, I fit in everywhere. I can fit in anywhere. You're never gonna take me somewhere. And
What if I
someone's
put
like,
you in a room full of Irish people?
put me in a full room full of Irish people.
Yeah,
I
you
just
can
I just want to chat. Like, but bro,
No,
But man said I'm mute.
but the thing is, like, genuinely, if you put me in a room full of cool people, I'll get along with everybody. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I do feel like I exude it, especially in certain ways as well. Do you get what I mean? Like, even the way you deal with women. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's that one that's always they buy a girl a drink and they're on her. I saw a video. on Twitter.
I actually seen that recently when we went to London.
What's the video?
Yeah, when it's just like the
It was
man
just,
marking
it was
the
just
girl.
on the girl for the whole night. I was like, let her breathe. She has friends that she can with. Let her breathe.
Do you get what I'm saying? You're spoiling her market.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's not even on you. You're not even the leader of your group, right? You're trying to get her.
I saw a video on Twitter recently of some guy who went to kiss his ex and she swerved him. As she swerved him, the guy she seen just grabs her and walks away with her. I was like, hold
Yeah.
that still.
Yeah.
We done?
Wait, have
Honestly.
you guys ever had one of those moments where it's like you just come and collect your girl and you know it's like it's a thing?
Yeah.
Nah, my girl doesn't go out like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've done it. The guy can be chatting, you even buy her a drink.
But
just
I
have
actually
a
want to have
showdown
one of those
quick.
moments.
It's a nice moment.
You
To
buy
have.
wanna
her a
have one of
drink,
those
and
ones.
then you're like then you walk over and you're like, and you're going like and then they even wave bye. Goodbye to them.
You know, like what's called like the guys trying to move to your girl across the club, whatever. You just come over when you're done. Oh no! What happened to me was so.
Sorry, Dave.
Like I said, c'est la vie. Nah. But no, what happened to me was it was a house party. It was the end of the house party. You know, there was a party. Everyone goes back to the house after.
Yeah.
And this guy who was running game on this girl, bro. He like from the moment he saw her, From the moment he saw her, he was running game, you know. Oh, like, you okay? Blah, 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 blah. So he's like, oh, what's called? If you want to stay here tonight, what's called? I'll go get the room ready. He goes upstairs, he's getting the room ready, doing all of this nonsense, comes downstairs and is like, oh, yeah, like, whenever you're ready, we can go to the room, innit? I was like, oh, yeah, our taxi's outside, let's go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
sometimes you have to have those moments, innit?
I think we've reached the end of the pod. Let's wrap it up. Snow, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up. We like to
song of the week.
We like to do. What song have you been listening to this week in your car?
Oh, Debbie.
Debbie. By who?
By Debbie.
That was the name of the song.
Oh, Is This Real Love?
Okay.
Is This Real Love?
Is This Real Love by Debbie?
Sick song.
What's called Drake Free Smoke. Free Smoke.
Oh, classic, yeah. Big Tams, Be Free.
Okay, shout out Big Tams.
Oh, the Tyler rapper.
Yeah.
And for me, Central C Doja.
This guy comes with the most bait song.
I don't take Central C seriously. It's
cool.
music
Nah,
that's here
genius,
and gone tomorrow.
No, I don't think so. I think his marketing's good.
You think they'll be playing his music?
You know who has
40 years time?
I think so.
You know who has great marketing? Diggity has great marketing.
Yeah,
Diggity is crazy.
Yeah.
Diggity is crazy.
Let's say no. Anyways, if you made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything that Snow said here,
I didn't say anything bad.
You can charge that to the game. Thank you for listening.
Love, boys. Love.
Thank you for coming, bro.